So whilst we was in Granary Wharf, there was quite a bad storm. So you may remember it's back in February, Thursday the 16th, the night of Thursday the 16th of February, and the Friday morning the 17th, Storm Otto came in, initially over Scotland, and then it came down south and hit Yorkshire quite badly. Trains were cancelled out of Leeds, flights were cancelled from Leeds, Bradford. There was some lorries turned over on the A1. There was a luxury Porsche car which was crushed in Sheffield, and poor old Maggie May took a barrel battering when we were at Granary Wharf. We went on the boat that night, but we thought we would be perfectly safe there, tucked away in the corner, attached to some pretty solid bollards, and yeah, we knew it was going to be quite windy, but there was gusts up to 80 mile an hour, and did quite a bit of damage. We lost cassettes, we lost a ladder, we lost a bucket, we lost some planters, lost the shops. Yeah, lots of all sorts of stuff. Most of the stuff we had on the roof disappeared. So this video is about that and how we recovered from it. And part of the problem that night was the microclimate, the sort of the wind speeds that accelerated in the area we were in by a building which was put up in 2009. So there'll be a bit about that in this video as well. Move those steps across. There's part of our shop there. There's our pot of mint. Bag of wood down there. So it's pretty calm here today, but a few days ago we had some pretty high winds, and that ladder you can see behind me, that flew off. Those two boxes there, that's our shops, they flew off the top of the boat. We lost our bucket.
And Paul's just got a new kind of fishing, and it's called fishing for the shops, which disappeared in all the winds last night apparently, while we weren't here.
I did jumpy got that. It's actually making another one in there.
And he's just found him. So his catch today is 2 shops, a bucket.
That's about it, isn't it?
I think that's everything.
Don't forget about the partners, perhaps.
Well, God knows where they're going to be. Yeah. You're talking about 2 quid each.
And yeah, this box here has got cassettes in it. So these cassettes, they came out of the box and ended up in the water. This is River Lock, and this is the rubbish that's come out of the bywash from River Lock, and it was just here where this water starts running through here, where I found one of our cassettes. And bear in mind, we were up there. So this is the Hilton Doubletree, and you can probably just make out there's a boat there. Ooh. So we're just round that corner there. So yeah, it blown off the top of the boat, and the wind had blown it, or the water taking it down through here, and got stuck against that rill. So we're quite lucky we found that, really. And the boat moved as well, that's the other thing. So we were tied on. I'll show you where we're tied on. So we were actually in this bay here, just here, but now we've moved over to here. So we're actually tied on to this pole here, from while they were there. And then also we had tied on to this step here. So we put a rope down there just to hold us back. And so also we'd also put another rope onto a bollard, which was just here. So when the winds blew, it moved that step I just mentioned, and it took some massive grey stone that's in here, and then dropped it down there. So you can see, probably see it there, just there. See a reflection, that's the actual bollard itself, which is still attached to the stone. Hectic, yeah. Put that one there. So apparently the winds around here are quite bad, and it's been made worse by a building. I was going to show it to you now. Yeah, and unfortunately we weren't actually on the boat at night because we'd gone over to see Kay's dad's, and we thought, well, we knew it was going to be quite windy, but we thought, well, it'll be okay. It's we're at a location where we've got bollards, there's buildings all around us. We thought, you know, we're not going to have an issue here. We're quite sheltered, but little did we know that it was like a venturi effect, which acts on that part of the canal and that area, caused by this big building behind me again. But yeah, I think in some ways quite pleased we weren't on the boat, because it must have been pretty noisy, I would have thought, banging around. But I suppose in other ways we might have noticed it earlier, tied up better, and maybe save some of the stuff from falling in the canal. But fortunately we found pretty much all of it. So yeah, the only thing we lost is a couple of planters for some of our spring flowers. But yeah, so all in all, not too bad really. So that big skyscraper you can see there with the rounded front was the cause of quite a few problems for the wind speed around street level, and that's part of the reason why we had problems the other night. So we were just around the corner there, just around the corner from that pillar is where we are, and the building's over there. And we were talking to a couple of guys from the CRT, Canal River Trust. They came out to have a look at the damage and to move that step back, and they were telling us that this was the cause of the problem. And some deflectors had to be put in place to try and deflect the wind away from street level. So when we first saw these, we were thinking, what the hell are these? We just thought it was some sort of a art feature. But no, they're actually put there for a reason. So I'm just going to go and show you those now. You can probably see it's an elaborate network of deflectors which is across the road, and also around the side of the building. So yeah, these are put up in place just to correct the airflow around this area. So we're just over behind those buildings there, so that's the warehouse, which we're just the other side of by the canal. So yeah, quite interesting, but a bit scary for us. And also sadly, as a consequence of the high winds which were generated by the shape of this building, a lorry was lifted up in a high winds, in a gust of wind, and lost control. It landed, and yeah, unfortunately it killed a pedestrian. And as a consequence of that, yeah, these shields were put up alongside the road to help protect pedestrians, as well as the wind deflectors that are put across the road and around the building. So that's about it for this one. The next one will be us leaving Leeds. We've been here about 6 weeks now, so we're moving on along the Leeds and Liverpool, in the direction of Liverpool, very slowly, but we're getting there a little bit at a time. Thanks very much for watching again, and please subscribe if you can, and give the thumbs up, and also hit the bell to get notifications. Okay, see you again, bye.